Your home or at your business? Is your basement, attic, garage, or office too cluttered? Well, there's a company that can solve your problems. 1-800-GOT-JUNK. They're the world's largest junk removal service, and their local franchise is based right here in Bucks County. Their trained, polite, and background screened staff will remove appliances, furniture, construction, debris, or pretty much anything. All you have to do is point, and the guys will lift and load the items for you. They will even sweep up when they're done. Give them a call at 1-800-GOT-JUNK or book an appointment on the web at 1-800-GOT-JUNK. Call today to start the new year off with less junk.
Do you feel the need for speed?
You're listening to 1490 WBCB and on your FM dial at 107.3 W297CL Levittown.
Good morning, race fans, and welcome to Yardley, Pennsylvania.
To do a little racing about 500 miles.
What's going on, everybody? We are here once again with the Wide Open Wednesday presented by Fletcher's Garage. Here is your hosts, Fred Fletcher and Nick Leach.
Is it going to be one of them days with you with the controls? I couldn't hear you when you first started.
It might be. Yeah, who would have guessed you got to turn the volume up before you start talking?
Yeah. You're the engineer here, pal. I believe Earl's going to call. All right, so you know what happened the last time? I had to put that on the internet, see how many people forgot that. That had
Happens
to be one
to the best of us.
That was one of the best shows, though. That was fun.
That's yeah. When somebody messes up, it's always good.
That was fun, especially when it's you, Steve, and not us. We're gonna mess up enough as it is.
Well, welcome to Wide Open Wednesday. Good afternoon, everybody.
Yes, we are wide open, and it's good to be back in the studio here. We were actually in our other studio where we did a Facebook Live, and wow, yeah. I got to tell you, our buddy Craig done us a solid, and I'm looking forward to having a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, we got a nice set over there.
Oh my God!
We actually got a couple sets over there we can use, for Wide Open Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that set that we used was actually the one I have for Need for Speed.
Right.
And America's Mechanic, but we can use any of them. I mean, geez.
Yeah, and we had the big banner was set up, and I forgot, me being a dummy, I forgot to take a picture of the banner, but of course when I put the picture up, it shows the banner. Yeah. And we'll have that at Motorsports.
Yeah, that's our backdrop banner. We got a tablecloth for our table there, so we're all legit for Motorsports.
Yeah, and then whatever else some fun with that, and the indoor season has started. Mm-hmm. We got to thank Kate for getting us our notes together here for that, and we got a couple special guests that are going to call. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we went over there and done the studio thing. That was pretty cool. This morning, I was racing down 95. Not really racing, but I got a chance to draft with Tim Tanner Jr. down 95 this morning. He come alongside me, and I seen him, and I haven't seen Tim in a while. So
2 dump trucks.
No, he had a big tractor and trailer. He was hauling vegetables and produce to the store. So he went by me, and I got in behind him. And of course, my buddy Mike from North Jersey. What are you doing on your phone? We were doing 2 mile an hour because the traffic was stopped. Timmy's brake lights were on, so I decided to film it. And a lot of people knew who I was following because he travels that road a lot. So got a chance to see him. I had a chance to talk to Clay Butler. He's doing a whole lot better. He told me they took the staples out. Just keep the prayers up, gang, because he needs them right now. We want to get him back to the racetrack when the season starts, because he is the pit steward at New Egypt Speedway. Also, Jimmy Blewett, he's on the mend. He's doing what he needs to do. He got home in time to celebrate the holidays with his wife and kids, so we want to do that for Jimmy Blewett. Also, Mrs. Fletcher, Fred's mom, is under the weather a little bit, so we want to send some special wishes to Fred's mom. So, and wow, right off the bat, we got a phone call, Fred.
Hey, what's going on, Earl? Very good, man. I'll get you on the show.
We love this.
Appreciate it, man.
This is all. Earl, are you there?
Hey.
Hello, Earl.
Hey, Nick. Hi,
Oh,
Fred.
there he goes.
Hey,
was
he
messing
didn't
with
hang
us.
up on you, Earl. How about that?
Yeah.
No, Steve's a good guy. He knows his technology there.
Oh yeah, he knows his technology, all right. It all depends on what he done, earlier this afternoon, whether he was at the bar or not, or what was going on. He gets over there at the gym and he starts, doing what he does over there, and he forgets about what he's got to do for us when he gets in here. What's going on, Earl? It's been a long time. I
Hey.
missed you.
Yeah. How was everyone's holidays? Good?
Yeah, holidays were good. And then they're saying, "Oh no, the winter ain't going to be as bad as it should be." And what happens? We get a snowstorm.
Yep.
So, but the
Hey,
indoor
but we
season,
had nice weather for the indoor race at Allentown, so that's all that counts there.
yeah, everybody
always
got a
nice
chance
indoors.
to get there. Yep, everybody had a chance to get there and do what they needed to do. And I heard the racing was excellent.
It was outstanding, absolutely. Yeah, great wins for Ryan Flores on Friday night, and then Andy Jankowiak, won for the very first time at Allentown, and out of 15, this was his 15th try at
Cool.
Allentown to win there. Of course, he's won at Atlantic City Boardwalk Hall,
Right.
but his goal was to win at Allentown, and he did it, beating Ryan Flores on Saturday night. That was a great race. So yeah, it was a outstanding way to start the indoor season, and the motors are back revving again. And,
That's cool.
Hey, we had great racing too with the sport divisions. Paulie Hartwig
Yeah.
won the slingshot race on Friday night, and Dylan Hoke was the slingshot winner on Saturday. And then the champ cards were in action. Lady racer Missy Boots, who was won at Boardwalk Hall, she won the champ card race on Friday night, and then on Saturday night she finished a very close second to Todd Crenshaw
Wow.
in the champ card feature. So
Yeah.
it was a good, excellent racing weekend. Matter of fact, Todd Crenshaw in the champ cards, he was the indoor series kart champion last year. So
Oh,
he's
okay.
off to a good start defending that title for this year.
Now, my notes say that Paulie Hartwig was the youngest feature winner in the indoor racing series. Is that true?
Yeah, he's only 13 years old.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know
Amazing.
he's biting at the bit to come race at New Egypt. He's just not old enough yet. Trust me, he's got enough talent. He could do it.
Oh, he's
but-
a natural. He
Yeah,
really
yeah,
is.
he's another one of them guys like James Blewett that's just got the natural
Yes.
talent, and I'm telling you, Earl, our racing is going to be in good hands because we got a lot of great kids coming up, a lot of great youngsters and young guys that are going to take over the reins of these guys that are going to start retiring, which I hope they don't. But yeah,
happens.
I think it's going to be in good hands, right?
Yeah, retirement
Yeah, but
does
that's
happen.
again, that's the natural progression which we hope to have. The drivers that that we grew up with, were our heroes when we were sitting in the grandstand as young fans, and then those drivers, retired. Newer drivers came in. I can remember, for example, like Frank Cozy and Billy Pouch when
Yep.
they came in as the young guns.
Yeah.
And now they're wrapping up their careers. And so it's a good natural progression, as you say. Kids like Paulie Hartwig, who races dirt and pavement exceptionally well, and James Blewett, who's going to be an outstanding racer as well. That's good. So, like I say, our sport's in very good hands, and good to see.
Well, we had a chance to go to the studio and give it a test run. I don't know if you had a
Okay.
chance to watch that or not, Earl, but there's a seat there waiting for you when we get this all sorted out, and we're going to have you come there, and we're going to do the time capsule with you. And we
Look
just
forward
got
to that.
we just got to figure out who our first guest is going to be with you. Of course, we'll probably have Mark there, and you guys are going to be able to talk about, the time capsule and racing's past, and some of the memories that you have, some of the memories that Mark has, and people are interested in that. Everybody that I've
absolutely.
talked to,
It'll be very enjoyable.
and people are interested in that, and I had a chance to talk to Joe and them guys from Low Down and Dirty, and they said you were asking about us, and
Yes.
I talked to them last night, and they said, yeah, Earl was asking about you. I said, well, did Earl tell you that he's going to have his own segment with us when we get in the studio, and he said, no, he didn't tell us that. I said, yeah, well, he's going to have a time capsule, and we're going to talk about the old time stuff, and they were real happy with that. But we got to get our
Simon. Leave that as a nice surprise for everybody. So now everybody knows.
I'm looking forward to that.
We're looking forward to that, Earl, because
getting in there and a lot of pictures and stuff interspersed in between the interviews and all. And I was telling my dad about it, and he's like, yeah, send me a copy of that, because he says I don't go on that Facebook thing. So, but he send him a copy. He'd like to see some of the guys, and then hear some like Billy. If we get Billy O or Stan Plosky, I should be able to get hold of him.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Get some of those guys, some of my dad's old friends, and he's really looking forward to that. So I think that's a sentiment with a lot of people, and of our age and older, to want to relive some of those days.
Yeah, because people want to know where these guys are. They want to know what they're doing now, and since they're not racing and they're not around. I mean, some of them come when we do Legends of the Fall and stuff, but they want to know. And who better than for Earl Krause to sit and talk with them and go over some stuff, because he knows stuff that I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. What they did then. I mean, Plosky was in so many races, and so was all the rest of these guys that. Earl was there when them guys were in their prime. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's going to add so much to the show, and I can't wait to do it.
Yep.
Well, speaking of Stan Plosky, I remember 1963 when he and his dad, Stan Sr., they raced team cars in the what was called the novice division.
Okay.
Stan was just starting out. They were yellow coupes. Stan drove the 27 Junior. His dad drove the 27 Senior.
Wow.
And along with both of them racing on dirt, they competed at Old Bridge Speedway, a half-mile paved track. They raced there on Sundays, and they would race at New Egypt when it was Fort Dix Speedway on Thursday night on pavement. So there you go. It shows you the versatility of the drivers back then. Same car on dirt and pavement too.
That's crazy. Yeah. See, and I never got a chance to see Stan's father. I got more friendly with Stan, and of course his son races, the wingless sprint car. I got to be real friendly with them. And I always told my brother John, because my brother John helped out Go Down, and that's Stan's nephew, and the stories that he's got about different owners and different cars, and I'm like, wow, this guy is. And Stan could drive today. I mean, he
could,
yeah. He's physical fit, just like Osmond. Billy Osmond could drive now. I mean, Brightpool can still drive too. You know what I mean? I mean, some of these guys, if they had some money behind them and somebody gave them a chance to drive some good equipment, I still think they could
drive my car.
Yeah, and Pals can do it too. Billy Sr. can still do it. It's just that some of these tracks are so demanding now that their bodies can't put up with it. But I mean, I'm really looking forward to that, Earl. I can't wait.
Yep.
Oh, this will be really nice. Well, we'll work on that. Once our very busy January gets done, because we have our series of indoor races, as you guys were talking about a little while ago, the motorsports show.
Yep.
So a lot of things going on, and once we get past Groundhog Day, we can start looking at the time capsule. That'd be great.
Sounds
all right. Well, then that's what we'll do. We got another guy on the line already, Earl. So I'm sure you're going to call tomorrow, and I'm going to try and call tomorrow because I didn't call last Thursday. But
very good.
Yeah, we'll get together, Earl, and we'll decide how we're going to do this.
Excellent. Looking forward to it. So, gentlemen, again, and our listeners, Happy New Year. And Fred will be talking to you tomorrow morning.
Absolutely.
There you go, Earl.
Okay. Take care, guys.
As Foxwell calls him, Earl the Pearl.
Yeah.
Wealth and knowledge. Who we got now? Billy Kleinspin from Maple Grove. Bill, now, I know it was a packed house, but I know you guys had to wait a week or so because of the weather, but the weather didn't stop you last weekend because it was packed.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hi, guys. Thank you for having me back on the show. I don't know about you guys, but I'm still getting over that turkey and ham hangover from Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, we had a very good weekend last weekend. There's always that famous saying, like, it's well worth the wait. Well, that was the case last Saturday. After the rain came for the New Year's Eve at the Grove, we pushed it back 1 week. And wouldn't you know, the Friday before the event, it snowed a little bit, which brought the new meaning to it to a whole new level. But we were able to race on Saturday, and boy, what a great turnout of cars we had. Everyone was happy that we got the first race of the 2025 season in the book.
Nice. Now, Billy, this series that Kyle has put together and you guys have put together down there. The people that race like in Philly on the streets and stuff, and all these other people, and it's no prep actually. They love this. They can't wait to go back.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, as you know, Maple Grove Raceway, now that the Koretskis have taken over, Maple Grove in our 60-some-year history, we've always been one step ahead. We always try to come up with new things that sort of become the trend in the drag racing industry. And this was an idea that we started a couple years ago. First, it started with one event, and then last year we bumped it up to 2, and now we're up to 4 events this season. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. We have positive feedback from all the racers, and we appreciate all the no-prep racers that come out and support our winter series.
Now, what do we got? What's next up on the schedule for you guys? What do you got coming up next?
Well, January 25th, we'll be having our second daily driver race. As you know, we had one last month, and that was such great positive feedback that we decided to do it not once, but 2 more times this season. So January the 25th, that is a Saturday, we'll be having our next daily driver race. If you don't know what Maple Grove Raceway is about, or if you've ever wanted to make a pass down the track or wanted to get some experience drag racing at Maple Grove, the 25th is the place to be.
Yeah, I mean, the daily driver is what it means, right, Bill? Daily driver.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. Yep, absolutely.
Now, of course, as we progress here and it gets a little warmer, hopefully, I mean, you're up there where you're at near the mountains and all, so it's going to be a little colder, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a little bit of cold last Saturday, but hopefully the weather trends up as we get closer to the 25th.
All right, Bill. Well, keep us abreast on what's going on. I mean, tell the people where they can go and keep up to speed on everything that's happening at Maple Grove.
Will do, guys. If you guys want more information about the 2025 season or any other upcoming events, be sure to check out our website and our social media pages. I must say, Nick, me and you, we've had a lot of conversation over the years. I think 2025 will be the year of racing in the world of motorsports.
All right, brother. Well, as long as you're on top of it, Bill, we'll know everything that's going on at Maple Grove. We appreciate your time. Now get back to work and make some money.
Will do, guys. See you all next week, guys. Thank you for having me on.
No problem, Bill. Anytime. Now, do we got to take a break, Mr. Steve?
Sure.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Wide Open Wednesday.
Do you feel the need for speed and are a car racing fan? Then tune in every Thursday morning at 9:30 a.m. for the Need for Speed Auto Show, hosted by me, America's mechanic, Fred Fletcher. Everything you want to know about our local tracks and races to the NASCAR scene, as well as our area car shows and cruise nights. Brought to you by Fletcher's Garage in Fairless Hills and heard every Thursday morning at 9:30 on WBCB 1490 AM, 107.3 FM, and throughout the world at WBCB1490.com.
By the time you're done listening to this ad, nearly a dump truck's worth of plastic will have made it into the ocean. Plastic has become a useful part of our everyday lives, but it's polluting the air, water, and soil that all life needs to survive. This is a human problem that can be solved with human action, but it's going to take all of us, from individuals to businesses to governments and everyone in between. Help create a cleaner future for both people and nature. Visit wwf.earth/plastics.
Got too much junk in your home or at your business? Is your basement, attic, garage, or office too cluttered? Well, there's a company that can solve your problems. 1-800-GOT-JUNK. They're the world's largest junk removal service, and their local franchise is based right here in Bucks County. Their trained, polite, and background screened staff will remove appliances, furniture, construction, debris, or pretty much anything. All you have to do is point, and the guys will lift and load the items for you. They will even sweep up when they're done. Give them a call at 1-800-GOT-JUNK or book an appointment on the web at 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com. Call today to start the new year off with less junk.
We're back here on Wide Open Wednesday. Once again, here are your hosts, Nick Leach and Fred Fletcher.
All right, and we got another caller already on the line, and I know this guy pretty well. We're friends, and we got Casey Boucher from Big Diamond Speedway. He's the race director there, and he also is the man for the 4 Wide Salute podcast. Casey, what's going on, brother?
Nitro Nicky, I didn't know that you were a part of this, man. How are you?
I'm good. I sent you a text. I was going to bust your stones and say, what's the matter, man? You can't call me back or you can't text me back. But, yeah, me and Mr. Fletcher do this. And, you know, since
I needed somebody to talk on the radio for me.
Yeah, he needed somebody to run their mouth. So he decided to let me do it. So
yeah, nobody better.
Now, what's going on, Case? I mean, I know they made some changes at Big Diamond. Some rule changes, and you being the man up there, is that going to hurt or is that going to help?
Well, you know, I was very pessimistic at first. I won't lie. You know, I didn't know how this whole thing was going to go. And as time has gone on and getting confirmations from a lot of guys that are coming back, some new faces we're going to get, we're not going to lose many at all. And it seems like we're going to have a really good field. A lot of guys are coming back. Some guys that were part-time are coming back full-time. It's shaping up to be a really good year.
Well, Case,
can Big Diamond, a lot of us down here in this area aren't really familiar with Big Diamond, you know, unless you're heavy into the racing. Just for our listeners around here, can you give us an idea about where it is and what you guys do, what stages you guys run, with the cars you run and stuff like that?
Yeah, so we're located in Minersville, Pennsylvania, which is right outside Pottsville, which if anyone's familiar with Yingling Lager, that's the home. It's home there in Pottsville. So we're right off of the Appalachian Mountain Trail, kind of in the backwoods up on a mountain. We run Friday nights from beginning of April till Labor Day. We run 358 small block spec modifieds, 602 crate sportsmen, road runners, and also we have a rookie crate class as well. And then throughout the year, we sprinkle in a lot of visiting divisions. We bring in the Eastern Legend Series, which are the smaller Central PA Legend style cars.
Okay.
We also have a variety of different sprint cars that come in, from 360s with URC and 305s with the PA Sprint Series. We run a whole bunch of different stuff.
Okay, good, because I've read a lot about Big Diamond and never really paid attention to where it was or what divisions you ran. But now that I know a lot of people in this area aren't, and we'd like to get some people.
I got to school them, Case.
We got to school them and school me too, and head our way up there, and then drink some Yingling on the way. Well, not on the way.
Casey was the race director at New Egypt, and me and Casey didn't get a chance to have any fun because we were going to have a lot of fun together, Casey, and that didn't get a chance to happen, and that wasn't a good thing. But no, I mean, let's talk about your podcast for a minute, because you're a no-nonsense guy and you talk about everything. Now, over the weekend, there was a shootout, and Kyle Larson ran a line on the racetrack that I never seen before. Did you watch that at all?
I didn't get a chance to really watch a whole lot of the shootout, to be honest. I did watch some on Friday night. Saturday night during feature time, I was at Allentown at the indoor show watching that. But I did watch all the highlights from the features from Saturday night. And, Larson's one of them no-nonsense guys where he's out there to win, and he's going to try everything that he can to try and accomplish that. And what you saw is, I'm not surprised by any means.
Right. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, and he said somebody else had ran it before him, and he saw that, so then he tried that. And then, of course, then Kyle Busch's son won. That was pretty cool. Yep. Brexton, got some flack on the internet. I don't know where these internet people come from, but okay, if I had money like they had, I'd spoil my kid too. Cut me some slack. You know what I mean?
Well, it's hard. It's hard not to. I mean,
right.
Look, when you grow up with money, your parents aren't going to Walmart to buy your clothes.
Right.
It's just the nature of the beast.
Right.
So, and let's be honest, too, in a racing situation, do you want your kid in the used chassis? No. I want him in the newest thing. I want him in the safest thing.
Yep.
Something that may not fall apart. You want your kid to be safe. So at the same time, unfortunately, safety comes with money in a lot of ways, and that's just part of it.
Well, I got to hand it to Andy Belmont, because that's what he did with my nephew Zach. He told my nephew Zach, I don't want you driving no junk. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And he gave Zach everything that he needed to go racing when he ran the wingless car. Of course, now he lives in North Carolina. He's not racing. He wants to go to Millbridge. So, but let's talk about your wife for a little bit. She's a graphic designer, and she does a lot of stuff for the guys up in your area. She does a lot of hero cards, does a lot of graphic designs for guys and stuff like that. How's she doing?
She's doing well. When I left the house tonight, I believe she was still working on some Chili Bowl graphics that will be seen for Matt Seymour Racing next week, of course, during the Chili Bowl. I'm flying out Saturday morning. It's going to be a hell of a time, but she's real busy working on a lot of different projects for a lot of different people.
All right, now tell everybody when they can listen to your podcast and what time it is and all that craziness and when Big Diamond starts. Give yourself some hits, man.
Well, my podcast, so I actually stopped my podcast last July and actually just started it and dropped an episode on Monday night.
Okay.
Just got back in the swing of things. I'm going to try and do one every other week. I'm not really committing to a weekly deal. As you know, racing season comes around and everyone's just super busy.
Right.
But that is, if you go through Spotify, that's where you can probably find my podcast, and also through Apple Podcasts as well. So hopefully I get back in the swing of things, get an episode out every other week. If I happen to put one out a week in between, then so be it. But trying to go a little bit of a different direction and not be so repetitive with, a lot of in-depth results and stuff like that, and just kind of touch on different aspects of racing. As you know, there's so many different outlets.
Right. Well, you're one of the guys that I have the utmost respect for because you're a no-nonsense guy. You tell it like it is. This is the way you're going to do it, and if you don't want to do it that way, well, then we're going to have a difference of opinion, and we're going to have to fix that. And that's what I admire about you. I respect you. I respect what you do at Big Diamond. You've been doing it for a while, and I don't see any problems at Big Diamond, so I don't see any problems with Casey either. So I appreciate you coming on here.
One of the things that I don't know how it got instilled in me, but and I preach this to my staff and to anyone that really listens, that this racing business is very unique, and you're still customer service driven whether you look at it that way or not. So your drivers, as well as your fans, your car owners, they're all customers in a sense, and you need them as much as they need you.
Yep.
So while you have a set of rules, you can still talk to them with respect, and while still holding your ground as far as implementing rules and stuff like that go. So, it's one thing that I preach to everyone, and I continue to strive for every year.
Well, you're doing something right, because everybody keeps coming back. You get good car counts. The crowds are big. I watch on Friday nights on TV from the comfort of my recliner. And, you and I became friends, because you came to New Egypt, and I had a chance to talk to you and your wife, and we had some fun. So don't be a stranger. You can call this show anytime you want, and we're going to try and get the winners of the features probably from Big Diamond, try and get some Grandview stuff. So I'll be reaching out to you to get the numbers of some of your guys, if that's okay with you.
Instead of just we always hit on New Egypt, Bridgeport Wall, Maple Grove. I mean, that's our wheelhouse here, but we want to expand it a little bit and take it out to Big Diamond and Grandview and other. Well, I don't have Sealands Grove anymore, huh?
Right.
Yeah, but we want to get it out there and throw a few more tracks into the rotation and try to get some people.
I mean, even if you see fit, Casey, that you have 5 minutes on a Wednesday night, you could call here and give the Big Diamond results if you want to. That's totally up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
You mentioned Maple Grove. I understand, Nikki, that we have a common friend.
Who was that?
Little Billy Kleinspan.
Billy was just on right before you.
Billy, I've been friends with Billy and his older brother for many, many, many years.
Wow.
I've known Billy since he was, since he was in first grade, I've known Billy.
Yeah, Billy calls us, gives us everything that goes on at Maple Grove. My boss that I drive a dump truck for, Kyle Koretsky and his family, they own Maple Grove now. So I go down there and do the diesel trucking nationals for them. I announce that event. That's the only event I announce. Billy lets me have free reign to do that. But Billy does all the other stuff, and Billy's a great asset to our show for Maple Grove. He was just on 2 minutes before you called.
That's funny.
So if you, I put a link up to the showcase. You can listen to it after we're done, and you can go on and listen to him. He's on here every week. He's on here. He's a great guy. I like Billy.
Oh, yeah. Billy's good people, that's for sure.
And so are you, my man. Give your wife a hug and a kiss for me, and thanks for calling, Case. I'll be in touch with you, brother.
I appreciate it. You guys take care.
All right, thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Are we taking a break, Steven? All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. We got another special guest that's going to come up, and when we come back, we're going to do our sponsors.
Do you feel the need for speed and are a car racing fan? Then tune in every Thursday morning at 9:30 a.m. for the Need for Speed Auto Show, hosted by me, America's mechanic, Fred Fletcher. Everything you want to know about our local tracks and races to the NASCAR scene, as well as our area car shows and cruise nights. Brought to you by Fletcher's Garage in Fairless Hills and heard every Thursday morning at 9:30 on WBCB 1490 AM, 107.3 FM, and throughout the world at WBCB1490.com.
WBCB is now on your FM dial at 107.3, serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer counties since 1957. You can now listen to all your WBCB favorites crystal clear on 107.3 FM, a new age for WBCB on a new frequency, 107.3.
Hi, it's Pete from Chickie and Pete's. Wrap up your workday with the all-new Chickies and Pete's Happy Hour. With unbeatable specials weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. Enjoy half-price orders of Chickies medium tender wings, one of our tasty and delicious pizzas, or an order of mouth-watering hot, cold, or fried shrimp. Plus $3 domestic bottled beers, $5 Tito's, and $6 seltzers. It's the all-new Happy Hour weekdays 4 to 6 p.m. only at Chickies and Pete's.
We're live once again. We're here with Wide Open Wednesday, presented by Fletcher's Garage. Here are your hosts once again, Nick Leach and Fred Fletcher.
Yes. Welcome back. As we went to break, we got a phone call, so we were going to do our sponsors, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to have this young lady holding on, and she is one of my favorites, and her boyfriend, who should put a ring on it, is one of my favorites also. So we have the lovely Brianna Hicks. Brianna, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're working on it. We're trying to do the best we can here. I got America's Mechanic with me, and now we have the lady who has her own podcast, who barely talked when she raced, and didn't say 2 words, boo-hoo, and now she's got her own podcast. See what happens when you win a heat and Uncle Nick interviews you, and now you're famous.
Yeah, I guess so.
So how did all this transpire that I know you hang out with a rowdy crowd, and he probably kind of knocked you out of your shell, but I've listened to your podcast, and I think it's pretty cool that you came out of your shell and you're doing this, and I want to be a guest on your podcast.
Oh, yeah, of course. I have a lot of plans for a lot of different people to be on, so.
Well, how did all that transpire? Please tell me Ryan Simmons had nothing to do with that.
Oh, no, definitely not Ryan Simmons.
Okay. Well, we were going to have you on anyhow because we have the Leadfoot Ladies of Racing. Even though you don't race no more, you are part of Leadfoot Ladies of Racing, and we're going to have Robbie Dunn's new wife is going to be on too. We have her lined up to come on here. So the dark goddess, so to speak. But no, tell us how this transpired with you with this podcast. I want to know.
So when we started our social media from Prime of Racing, I kept saying to Kyle, I want to do something else that's more involved with the women of racing, and it kind of just evolved from there. I think I probably started saying it to him the beginning of this season. I want to do a podcast, and he just kept saying, just try it out. What's the worst that's going to happen,
Right.
So with the season being over, because it was a very busy season, I kind of just decided to start it now.
Right.
Get a little bit of my foot into it before this 2025 season starts again. So
now,
but I like the social media part of it. So
yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, you see what I do and what I have done, and that's why I do what I do, because it's fun. You get to talk to people, you get the spontaneous reaction from them. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you about is this 69er event you guys have at S&S Speedway. I already talked to Chris Moore, and I told him I want to be the announcer, and I want to do a live event from there. I want to do a Facebook Live from there and announce it and do all that good stuff. So I think you and I ought to team up, and we ought to tag team that and do that live next year. What do you think?
Yeah, no, that would be really cool. I did do like a TikTok live
I saw
this year on it.
Yep.
So it was something to like just kind of get it out more. I don't know. I feel like it's really entertaining because they're all crazy. So.
Well, they're nuts. Well, you'd be surprised how many people like to watch that kind of stuff. So what we'll do is I'll get my equipment together, and we'll do what we do because I have 2 microphones, and you and I we'll have some fun. We'll get all them guys in trouble. Chris said, I have nothing to do with that. Yeah, that would be
awesome.
Chris told me, I have nothing to do with that. I don't set that up. That's somebody else. I said, come on now. You're acting like you don't want to get in trouble. And I know he likes getting in trouble. So, but how's
Yeah, no, Ryan Simmons sets it up. So definitely talk to him about that.
Oh, yeah, I can talk
That'd
to
be
Ryan.
cool.
That's no problem. What's Kyle doing? Is Kyle going to run a 4-cylinder again?
Yeah, he's going to run again.
But he's going to travel,
I think we have
right?
a little bit more... Huh?
He's going to travel more this year, right?
Yeah, he wants to travel a little bit more, hit a couple different tracks, but still, focus on New Egypt as being like our main track. So. Well,
it was pretty cool to see him win all them races and win the championship and do all that. He, I call him Big Country. It's pretty cool to see that happen to a guy like him. You guys work so hard, and the 4-cylinder class is a class that if you want to go racing, you can afford to do that. It's not way out of the spectrum where you got to spend $1 million to do it. I mean, there's a cast of characters that run in the 4-cylinder division, and one of them, Dominic Antonelli being one of them. And
I love Dom.
and you guys hang out with him. Dom and his family, they're just special to us. Of course, Fred sponsors him, so it makes him near and dear to our heart. But I think New Egypt's going to be cool with Chris being involved. I think he's got a lot of great ideas. I think a lot of special things are going to happen there. And you may see Nick Leach more often over there.
Yeah, no, I hope you come more often, maybe do a couple of times with announcing.
Yeah, I think we're gonna come over there with Wide Open Wednesday, and Fred's gonna get me over there. We talked to Chris about doing some Wide Open Wednesday stuff, so we're gonna do that. But no, let me know when you want me on the podcast. I'll help you out any way I can. If you need some guests, I'll get you some guests to come on there. That's not a problem. We can help you out any way you need to be.
Yeah, no, that would be awesome.
Tell Kyle I said hello. Give him a big hug, and I will. I guess you guys are gonna come to motorsports, right?
Kyle will be there. I will unfortunately not be there. I have something to do already planned. So.
All right, well, we will have a Wide Open Wednesday booth. Tell Kyle to come see me. We're probably going to be doing some live stuff there, and we'll talk to him live at Motorsports.
Perfect. That sounds great.
All right, dear. Thanks for calling, and we appreciate you, and I will see you soon.
Yeah,
how's that?
Sounds good to me.
Thanks, Brianna. I appreciate you, honey.
Of course. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Now, Fred, you want
do what?
You want to do what? Now, let's talk about this for a minute.
Yeah, let's talk about art sponsoring.
We'll talk about
getting sponsors.
Us getting sponsors. All right, if you want to sponsor Wide Open Wednesday, you're more than welcome to do that. And I've been working on this one sponsor that is going to blow your mind if this young lady decides that she wants to sponsor Wide Open Wednesday.
I'm all for it.
But yeah, Fred's all for it. Of course he's. Anyhow, Kate Brown has put together this trifold sponsorship package for us, and we're going to be handing these out at Motorsports, or anybody that wants to be involved with Wide Open Wednesday, you can go by Fletcher's Garage, and you can pick one of these up. Fred's having them printed. A pretty neat deal. Just go by Fred's, and he'll hand you one of these things.
We got a bunch of different levels of sponsorship.
Got a bunch of different levels, Fred. Tell them what's going on with that.
Yeah, things that we can do. I mean, just talking about our show, how we give the racing insights and interviews with everybody, and just trying to get everybody excited about it. And we started this show as just kind of on a whim, and it's really taken off. We're getting a lot of positive feedback. Our Facebook Live that Nick and I did a couple weeks or last week had a lot of hits. Our YouTube channels get a lot of hits. So we have a lot of sponsorship stuff. We want to bring you along with us as we grow, because we are growing, and we were having a grand old time doing this too. So we have different sponsorship levels. Now we don't have prices down to them because we can custom make them to whatever way you want to go. The one title sponsor is, we can have the Wide Open Wednesday presented as you do, like Wide Open Wednesday, brought to you by Fletcher's Garage, because right now it's me.
Right now it is Fletcher's Garage.
Yeah. So, there's just all kinds of things. I'm not going to run through all the stuff, but we have like about 5 different levels of sponsorships, and then we can actually custom make it to how you would like to see us. Whether you want some of your logos or some of your advertisements, not just on the radio, we can put them on our Facebook channels.
On our media outlets.
Yeah, all our media outlets are America. I'll put it on my America's Mechanic.
I'll put it on my pages,
and you can put them on Nick's pages. There's just so much that we can do with this.
Stop by Motorsports. We'll give you the flyer,
the flyer,
the trifold, and you can check it out. Decide what you want to do.
Yeah.
Fred's been doing this all on his own for us, and
we had a couple sponsors join us. Mr.
Bob's and Sage Chiropractic, but we need a few more. If we get a few more, we'll be able to do this and keep doing this the way that we're doing it. And I think there's a lot of people out there that are willing to help us, and we appreciate everybody that's helped us so far. Of course, Fletcher's Garage.
Yeah, we want to take this to another level.
Yep.
I mean, we're at a good level now, but there's so much more we can do with this. And talking to people like Brianna and everybody else, and Casey, and all those guys, and my head's always turning about that kind of stuff. How can I turn this into a sponsorship, or take this show to another level, and then bring the sponsors with us and let them grow with us. So, but always contact me over Fletcher's Garage, or you can email me at smokingtires@yahoo.com. I'm actually thinking about starting another thing going on with the racing, and that'll be with Nick and I and Kate and Warren. There's just another avenue that I came up with over the weekend.
Warren's Wisdom I think is next week.
Yeah, Warren will be here
tomorrow. From 9 to 9:30 is America's Mechanic, which is Fred here. Any questions you have about your car, call Fred. He'll try and diagnose them over the radio for you. If he can't do that, then he'll have you come into the shop.
Give you my address and come to the shop.
Come to the shop and hook you up. And then from 9:30 to 10, it's Need for Speed. That's a show that Fred always had, but he wanted to expand on that, so then he brought this loudmouth from New Egypt Speedway, and we started Wide Open Wednesday. It was going to be, I'll be honest with you, it was going to be Thursday Night Thunder. And Fred said, well, the guy that's on Thursdays here didn't want to give up his time spot. So we wound up doing Wide Open Wednesday.
So let's get enough sponsors together, then we can buy Thursday from that guy.
Yeah, we can buy Thursday. We can run them off the block.
We'll do Wednesday and Thursday.
It wouldn't be the first time a Fletcher and a Leach ran somebody off the block.
There you go.
Or we could just pay Steve off, and he'll just cut him off like he cut off Earl Krause.
We'll see whatever works out monetarily.
But no, I mean, we're having fun doing what we're doing. I love what I do. Fred loves what he does. I mean, if you've never been to Fletcher's Garage, you need to go over there. He's got great mechanics over there. Kelly's finally back after visiting Mickey Mouse. And it's just a cool atmosphere over there. Fred's got all the cool stuff in the office there. He's got pictures of race cars. He's got fresh coffee in there. And every once in a while, there's this blonde that goes in there and cleans the office. Yeah. And it smells like a hospital in there. But
she keeps it clean.
Yeah, well, that's the deal.
Keeps
but
it clean,
no,
like
I'm
you
telling
believe.
you. Number one service over there. They got great mechanics over there that'll take care of you. And as I always say, if he can't fix it, it's broke.
It's done down and broke.
But no, and we got a couple other sponsors. I'll mention Fletcher's, of course. I'll tell you where it's at: 480 Hood Boulevard, Fairless Hills, and you can call them at 215-295-4931, or you can go to www.fletchersgaragepa.com, and you can go right on their website. You can book an appointment there, and trust me, if you want your car fixed and you want it done right, go to Fletcher's Garage.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, all right, well then, while I'm fixing people's cars, my back goes out, and I twist things and break things. And Mike Ganasso over at Sage Chiropractic at 123 North Sycamore Street in Newtown, he straightens me out. He keeps my shoulders and my back and my hips and everything just functioning. There's nobody like him in the chiropractic business. I know there's a whole lot of chiropractors out there, and I've been to a whole lot of chiropractors. But Mike is, he is like an MD of chiropractors. I mean, he knows everything that goes on with your body, and it actually you learn a lot from him because he'll talk to you and he'll tell you some of the ailments that you may not even know that you have.
And that's what a lot of people, when they go to a chiropractor, you got to get cracked and they don't talk to you.
Yeah.
Mike will talk to you and tell you what's going on. Then his wife does the Reiki thing and all that, and a lot of people are into that. But when you go to a chiropractor, I know when I go to the doctor, my doctor spends 20 minutes talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, you should do this. Nick, you should do that. But that means a lot to people. And by him taking the time and doing it, and you being able to get yourself in order here, now you're going to be getting in and out of that race car. And God forbid one night the track's rough, you're really going to need to go there. So who we got now? Somebody calling us?
This was a surprise.
It's a dinner order.
Is it Johnny Longhots?
Johnny Longhots.
Hey, what's going on? Gonna get your name? Awesome, I'll get you on there.
All right, we're holding on.
Yeah, Mr. McIntyre.
It's Glenn.
We got Glenn McIntyre on the line.
What's going on, Glenn?
How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, Glenn? How are you, buddy?
Yeah, well, I just hearing rumors, and I think you know what I'm talking about. Are you not
that's
letting
all.
the cat out of
That's
the
all
bag?
fake. That's all fake news. It's all fake news. As of right now, that's all fake news. Nobody knows nothing, and
especially us.
Especially us. We don't know nothing, but no, it's all fake news. And Glenn, of course, brought his car to Hot Rod Santa, and Glenn is a veteran, so we thank Glenn for his service. Man, there's people calling. Glenn, did you tell people to call the show? Because there's people calling like crazy now.
I guess I let the cat out of the bag. I don't know.
I guess you did. Well, that's good, Glenn. We appreciate that. So what's up with you for this year, bro? You getting your car all redone and getting it ready?
Yeah, my car's all ready to go. The only thing that's got to be done to my car is I'm getting all the shocks redone, and that's it.
Cool.
The car is ready to go. It's a brand new car, and
awesome.
I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm chomping at the bit.
Well, Glenn, I had a chance to see you get your first win. It wasn't the way you wanted to get it, but you take them as you could get them. And with a new car and a new attitude, I'm pretty sure you're going to get a couple this year. I know you can drive. I know you know the racetrack. I know you can get it done. So hopefully one night I'll be there when you win, and I'll get a chance to celebrate with you. What do you think?
Well, I'm hoping that I can get up there with the Mr. Simmons and Mr. Davis and Mr. Ellery and Mr. Fleming. Hopefully I can give them guys a run for their money this year. That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, I seen a picture of on Steve's Facebook page. I saw a late model in his garage. Is he going late model racing?
I haven't heard that.
I saw a picture at Christmas time that he had a late model in his garage. So I don't know. I'll have to call Steve and ask him to come on the show, and we'll talk to him about it.
Yeah. Well, the best way to find out is to straight from the horse's mouth, I guess, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I know at Christmas time there was a picture on Facebook, and it was a late model. It said Santa Claus dropped off this, and it was a rocket chassis late model, I believe. And I'm like, oh, what's Steve going to go late model racing? Because Steve, at the drop of a hat, will drive whatever. And he's driven a late model before, so that he's not a stranger to that. Maybe he's just tired of running the modified in the crate car. Maybe he wants to go over in Pennsylvania, Hagerstown and stuff, and see what happens there.
Yeah, maybe he wants to travel a little bit. And I mean, he is a good driver. The guy, he'll drive the wheels off the car, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, he's no stranger to going fast, and he knows the short way around New Egypt. But that would be a blessing for you guys if he goes late model racing, because that would be one less guy you have to worry about.
Well, listen, I would say I'll miss him, but he is part of the competition, and he does run up front.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Glenn, well, we appreciate you calling.
All righty.
Yep, I was just calling. Hey, you guys are doing a great job. I've been listening to the show. I just wanted to call in and say, you guys are doing a great job, man.
Well, that's what we want. We want people like you to call. We want other people that are out there listening. Don't be afraid to call. We're not going to...
Keep calling.
Yeah, keep calling. We need callers to call. So, thanks, Glenn.
It's awesome that you guys are doing this, man, and you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys shortly, I guess, at Motorsport.
You got it. Come over and see us at our booth, man.
All right.
Take
care, guys.
Thanks, brother. Yep. See you.
Bye-bye.
Do we got to take a break?
No, you're good.
We're good? Oh, okay. What do you got next? Bob Drayton.
That one was a food order.
That was a food order? What'd you get? Johnny Hots? What's the last thing you had at Johnny Hots there, Steven?
Well, Johnny Longhots better kick
What
us.
was it?
Pork Diablo.
I thought I heard you talking about that. Did I hear you talking about that?
Yeah, I think that was last time.
I did not, but yeah, pork
Johnny
Diablo,
Longhots
very,
is
very
good.
good.
Everything
Oh, yeah.
there is good, right?
Excellent, man.
Yeah, everything there is good.
Yeah.
I got the Super Cooper. That's the only thing I've ever eaten there. But let's talk about Bob Drayton for a minute. He's #1 in the #2 business since 1955. They provide excellent customer service, quality rentals to every client, and they get the job done, and they have the cleanest portable toilets. When I'm out driving a dump truck, I look for a portable toilet from Mr. Bob because he is on the job. Whatever you eat, he's got a seat. And when it hits the fan, he's your man. Locally owned and operated since 1955. Licensed and insured. Free estimates available. 24-hour emergency service. So if you're on the can and you need this man, you just call Bobby Drayton. Bob's Portable Toilets, quality products, excellent customer service. They're located at 151 Big Hill Road, Southampton, New Jersey. Bob and Sherry Drayton, official sponsor of the Wide Open Wednesday Show, 609-859-3629, www.mrbobs.com. #1 in the #2 business. Fred?
Yeah, we got our compadres here, Kate Brown and Warren Austin, and they have Flag to Flag Solutions. They're a premier partner in racetrack management and safety solutions for local racetracks and in the tri-state area. With a commitment to excellence in safety, they provide innovative solutions, expert guidance, and ongoing support to help racetracks thrive while prioritizing the well-being of participants, crew members, officials, fans, and communities. Through collaboration, education, and relentless commitment to quality, we strive to empower racetracks to achieve their full potential as premier destinations for motorsports enthusiasts. And they do that for us as well here.
Now,
Kate especially kicks us, comes up with all these great ideas and great plans, and they all work perfectly. So check out Flag to Flag Solutions, and you can be as successful as we are.
Yeah, and if you're watching the indoor races, if you're either watching it on TV at home or you're there live, don't forget, Wiggles and Giggles are in the flag stand. That's Warren Olson and Nicole Flood. Warren always does all that. He does some of the USAC stuff, and we have him in here for Warren's wisdom. Allentown was races last week, and then, of course, the Tulsa Shootout. Kyle Larson was a winner. Brexton Bush was a winner, and Christopher Bell was a winner. Christopher Bell, he finally won in his own car. He was driving for other people for the longest time, and he finally got a chance to win in his own car. Now, this driller thing, everybody wants a driller. So Larson won 2 of them. Christopher Bell won one. Brexton Bush, of course, that's Kyle Bush's son. Like I said, he was getting a little bit of flack. People talking about how he's spoiled and this and that and the other, and me and Casey touched on that. Fred, if I was a millionaire and you were my son, I'd spoil you too.
I would do it to my grandson.
But you know what I mean? It's just, why wouldn't you? And I kind of went on the internet and answered the guy. I said, cut me a break, dude. If you had the money they had, you'd spoil your kid too.
It's like there was a few years back, there was a chance that the Levittown Baseball League was going to fold, and I didn't want my grandson to be without, so I sponsored the whole league.
There you go.
People don't see stuff like that. I mean,
Nope, they don't see the behind-the-scenes stuff that people
Grayson
do.
has his grandfather kicked out a bunch of money, so he's going to do. That's not the case. I was trying to save the league.
Exactly. So, and the Chili Bowl Nationals are coming up. That's the 13th through the 18th. And the 13th, I might add, is my birthday.
There you go.
Okay, I will be 21 years old. I'll be allowed to drink. Fred's going to take me out to the bar.
We're going to get beer.
We're going to get some garage beer. Jason Kelsey, if you're listening, we dubbed that the official beer of Wide Open Wednesday. We'd like to have you call the show. We'd like to have you come in.
He's probably too busy to listen to
and
us.
Sign a couple. You never know. He could be riding home, going through the towns and hear garage beer. And, whoa, wait a minute. They're talking about my beer. Yep.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
All right, Jason. Give us
Jason,
a call.
come on down to Fletcher's Garage. We got a whole refrigerator for you. You can sign a couple of them.
Yeah.
And we'd love to see you. I know lately you've been walking around, people have been giving you flack. I'll be your bodyguard, buddy. We'll walk around with you. Nobody will mess with you. But no, the Chili Bowl Nationals is one of the coolest races. Of course, my girl, Kaylee Bryson, ran the shootout. She done pretty well. She's getting more into the road racing stuff and all that, which is cool. She's definitely a gasser. She likes running the cars. Somebody gave her a ride. Kate Brown, if you're listening, and I know you are, I'm still waiting for that phone call from Kaylee Bryson, and you owe me. Bear, if you're listening, Bear Schlosser, you owe me a Kaylee Bryson phone call, okay? But Warren's Wisdom, he will be with us next week. Warren will be in studio with us. Leadfoot Ladies of Racing will continue. Kate's going to line us up with that. Of course, we had Brianna Hicks on here. Of course, Earl's Time Capsule, we're going to set up that. So
Kate says, tell Jason Kelsey to come to Motorsports.
Jason, come to Motorsports. Yeah, he can hang out. He can hang out at our booth,
That's
right?
a perfect place for him to leave your electric car at home.
Yeah. Fred don't work on electric cars. Only if they're AFX and they're slot cars.
Yeah, there you go.
In the living room. That's the only kind of electric cars he works on. So
there you go.
But no, we're racing season. After we go to Motorsports and the indoor stuff, we're going to go to Trenton and stuff. Try and get down when they had the Fan Fest and do some of that. There's a little girl named Lainey Lick, and she does interviews and stuff. And I want to interview her and get her on our show. Maybe I'll get her mom to have her call our show. She's pretty cool. You see her at these indoor shows, and she's doing interviews. She's usually with her dad, Kyle Lick, and she's cool. She does interviews and stuff. And Chris Moore actually had Brexton Bush up in the tower with them, with the other announcers, and they were doing interviews and stuff. The kids were doing interviews, and they done a great job. So that was pretty neat to see. I'm looking forward to the racing season. Looks good. We talked to Casey. Maybe we'll get a chance to talk to somebody from Grandview. Get somebody from Grandview that's in charge over there to call us and talk about what Grandview's doing. And then, of course, we can always get a hold of Doug Rose and have Doug call us and tell us what the plans are for Bridgeport, because they got a lot of big dates coming up. So it ought to be pretty cool.
Yeah, we want to get everybody. We want to use the off season to gear people up to get into the seats when the season hits at the end of March.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right.
Absolutely.
Steve's giving me the evil eye, so I guess we're out of time.
All right, Steve, we're out of time, even though you owe us a half an hour. But no, this is Nick Leach and Fred Fletcher live here. Don't forget, tomorrow morning from 9 to 10, 9 to 9:30 is America's Mechanic with Fred Fletcher. And then from 9:30 to 10, it's a Need for Speed with Fred Fletcher. I'll be calling in, Earl Krause. So if you feel the need for speed, give us a call around 9:30.
There you go.
We gathered real Pennsylvania seniors and asked them how they would benefit from an extra $1,000. Here's what they had to say.
Everything is so expensive these days.
Car expenses, repairs.
My groceries, heating costs.
Medications. Sure, I could easily spend $1,000 like that.
Through Pennsylvania's property tax rent rebate program, eligible seniors and adults with disabilities could receive up to $1,000. Check your eligibility and apply online.
Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer